It's that damn social media. Hello, cutie pies. I can honestly talk for hours about social media and quitting social media, but I don't have that, of course. That's what we're gonna talk about today, how social media has changed my life. If you're here, you're probably considering quitting social media, or you have, and you're maybe trying to compare the experience. If you have quit social media, I'm proud of you. If you're considering it, just do it, babes. Just do it. I only have a few points today, but obviously if you have questions, be sure to ask them, and that can help me lead the conversation deeper if you guys would like. Don't judge me, I've been busy. Also, whoever thought it was a good idea to put in black granite countertops when Vegas has the hardest water ever, and you literally can get one droplet and you will see it on this. I honestly only have so much time to speak about this because, you know, I'm fighting against attention spans here, which is my first one. I noticed right away my attention span has increased. In fact, our brains can be trained to have longer attention spans. As I've gotten older and being more addicted to social media and my phone, for example, my attention span is obviously decreased. That's why I'm showing you guys clips of me cleaning my bathroom right now, because visually, that's like a technique with people who do videos nowadays. They put in different clips and change up the scenery because it's hard to keep people's attention. I do that on purpose, in fact. I have been learning that your attention span can actually increase over time. And so I'm now able to read more, whereas like prior, I read a lot growing up, but then nowadays when I pick up a book, I would read a few pages and then I would just pull out my phone and start scrolling. Get a text message, and instead of answering just that text message and putting my phone down, I would like start to scroll. It's like I didn't even notice I was doing it. Like a little organizational tip for you. I like to store all of my everyday products in travel size bottles that I then store in here. So like my body lotion, I'm just using up this one right now. So I will put it into this container. That way I don't have to store the like big bottle on the countertop. And then I store the bigger container in this little closet over here. It goes right in there. So obviously, in order to expand my attention span, I've been digging into other tasks than just social media, which are reading, of course, working out. I used to be like, I don't have enough time in the day to work out. Now that I'm unemployed, I for sure have time, but like even just the amount of time that I was scrolling on my phone after work, now I have that time dedicated to like getting a workout in, which has been really great for the mental health. Hi. Pardon the interruption. First of all, thank you so much for your support, and if you're still watching this video, I do not make money from these videos, so if you would like to support me in any way, you can continue to watch this video, like and comment, or even subscribe. I also have a Buy Me a Coffee link here on the screen. If you would like to make a contribution to the work that I do, you can leave a comment of what your favorite book is, and I will read it for a future video. Thank you so much for your support, and let's get back to the video. Still don't think there's enough time in the day to do all the things though that they claim that we need to do to be healthy. I don't. You have to sacrifice something. It's just a matter of like what your priorities are. Anyways, and then I also have just a few little micro hobbies. It's not hobbies that I'm like full-time into, but I like to sew. I like to do a little watercoloring, some journaling, things like that. And whenever I do these, I try to push myself, even when I find myself kind of like my attention is starting to get turned or I am getting a little bored, I try to push myself just a little bit further each time, and I find that to be actually really helpful. I do want to preface that I have not gotten rid of social media completely. I started with the two most addicting apps because I knew that it would be really hard to completely take it away. So I still have YouTube and I still have Reddit. I have limited Reddit to 30 minutes a day. And I also have YouTube limited to 3 hours a day because I like to listen to a lot of video analysis and things like that. And I have that playing in the car when I'm driving somewhere or when I'm cooking breakfast and stuff, which actually is kind of furthering like the whole dopamine issue, like learning to just be able to like cook breakfast or do a task or walk in the morning with your thoughts without some sort of media playing will help it. That will actually help as well from the research that I've been doing. I do start the morning with a walk with my thoughts and Cora. Oh, my mood. My mood has definitely changed quite a bit now. I can't exactly say that social media is the sole reason that my mood's gotten better. I'm no longer working at a job that I didn't like. My mood has changed significantly, but I just feel like when I would doom scroll sometimes I would get very nauseous. I'd also get very angry. It's really easy to hear about like political issues and then you get people's discourse on it and then you get kind of riled up and then you're just like, oh, I hate this world. Like, it's so easy to get into that trap. And now when I hear about news, I'm like, okay, that's annoying. Maybe I'll read a few comments from a video or a Reddit discussion and, you know, process, but then I kind of just continue my day to day. Now that's such a privilege. I recognize that. It's obviously easier said than done. Sometimes I get really, really consumed by stuff, but ultimately my mood is a lot better. This one's a good one. I don't know what I'm missing out on. When I was considering deleting social media, I would watch a TikTok and then think to myself, I wouldn't have known about this had I deleted TikTok. I've learned so much on TikTok. The thing is, like now I don't know what I'm missing out on because I'm not seeing it. So, and that the craziest thing is like my memory has been completely fried from social media. I can't even tell you what I've learned on TikTok, like what video I'm referring to. I don't remember what it was. And that's the thing is like, yeah, you learn something in that instant, but like we don't do anything with that information. Maybe we try a new hobby or we do a recipe and it ends up being incorporated in your life somehow. But for every single thing that we are consuming, we're gonna forget within a couple of minutes. I literally don't know what I'm missing out on and I'm completely okay with that. I can only understand so much media in one day. That's why I like reading, because it is more intentional and I can take notes and I can process what I'm reading at a slower pace rather than like really fast videos and the subjects changing. In fact, our brains can't handle or even process information that quickly. And that's why, you know, I was feeling nauseous and I was getting fatigued and, you know, feeling like shit. And then I'm like paralyzed because I can't do anything for the rest of the day because I feel this way. And yeah, I don't experience that anymore. It's really nice. Lastly, I want to talk about the comparison game. Ooh, this was a big one for me. I am all about creating over consuming, but for a long time I would consume, and I'm like, why isn't my YouTube channel like this? Or why doesn't my Instagram look like this? Why don't I make reels like this? And then it would essentially keep me from making content. Like instead of just going with my gut and being creative and playing around and doing things, I would just be like, I can't do that. So therefore I shouldn't even post. So the comparison game it's not there anymore. I get like a little bit here and there when I'm watching a really good YouTube video. I'm like, damn, that was really good production. But I don't have like fancy lights and a big camera. And if I want to do that, I'd have to learn how to do it. I also think too, my fashion has changed dramatically. I'm no longer seeking for style and like looking at all these people. Now I have like a small set of people that I really enjoy their style and I pick out things here and there from each person and kind of turned it into my own little formula, and I stopped. So in return, I've seen a huge increase in my what is that called? My confidence. There we go. I've seen a huge increase in my confidence, and it has changed the way that I carry myself because I now no longer have these examples in my head of like, oh, I don't look like that, or I don't appear that way, or, you know, from those angles, like I don't look good like that. I'm not seeing that anymore, and it's so refreshing. Hello, it's me in the future. I was thinking back to when I talked about like deleting social media and the goal. I wanted to also talk about the goal. Eventually, I do want to get rid of Reddit and possibly YouTube off my phone, but I do like watching videos, and sometimes shorts do suck me in. I want to be completely transparent. YouTube shorts do suck me in sometimes. They're not nearly as addicting as TikTok videos and Instagram videos and posts and things like that. I don't have Twitter. Never. Yeah, I think it's really important to note that, like, the complete transparency that I still have those things, and I think the goal is to get rid of all of it. I have to wrap this up because I probably lost you already, but that's okay. It's okay, we're working on it, right? Yeah, thank you for watching. Again, if you want me to dive a little bit deeper on this, there's more things that I've been noticing. I just wanted to kind of throw this together in a little video. Put it in the comments and we can discuss, or I can talk about it more in a future video. Bye.